God's love is greater than hate. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16. God's love is greater than hate. And we see that in the cross, Jesus Christ, his mission. God loved the world, so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. And so God's love is greater than hate. And there's a lot of hate in the world today. There's a lot of hate. It comes everywhere. It comes from all kinds of people and situations. There's hate against the things of God. There's hate in people's hearts that are driven and consumed by sometimes the devil, the flesh, the world. They're given over to themselves. They choose the things of the world. They choose the things of the flesh. And there's hatred in their heart. And it's very hard to get through this life without experiencing hatred of some sort. And in these last days, there's a lot of hatred. I mean, unfortunately, I've even seen hatred disguised in the name of, don't touch God's anointed, false prophets. And I've seen people use hate and use hating with a perfect hatred, and taking God's words and, railing against other Christians, calling them not Christians. And then you have the non-believer out there with their hatred. And, these things are, they're wrong. But God's love is greater than that. And I'm not talking about a cotton candy gospel here. I'm talking about the boldness of Jesus Christ, the love of God. John 3:16 of what I just read. So, God's love is so much greater than hate. And it's easy to get caught up into hate. It's easy to get caught up into flesh. We who believe and have Jesus Christ inside of us even have to watch that we don't give in to the sin nature. Yet, since we've been born again, we have the power of God inside of us to love as God would have us love each other and the dying world. So if you find yourself in the throes of being people coming against you and having hatred from people that, they unfortunately, when a person has hate in their heart, they're not loving God, are they? So, and they hate those who belong to God. They hate the things of God, even though it's twisted and contorted the way they bring it about, this hatred, that they just can't, they can't win. There's no way that hate will overcome love, God's love. The perfect hatred that David talked about is not the perfect hatred. Yes, we are to hate the things of evil, but again, the enemies and the people of God, okay? People of God, you and me, we're not supposed to hate each other, okay? We hate what's evil, and I've talked about this before. I don't need to go into that. So what I'm basically saying right now is love is greater. God's love is greater than hate. And this is the message we need to not only preach, teach, and live, but when we have people hate us, despitefully use us, right? We're supposed to love them because the love of God, the love of Christ, the love of God inside us compels us. And the love of God is stronger than hate. That's the simple message today. That is the message that a dying world needs. That is the message that we need to remember when we have people hate us. Bless those who persecute you. Bless those who rail against you. And believe and live the fact that God's love is greater than hate. God bless you.